Hello and welcome to Turning Veganese. Numquat season is upon us. Ah yes, my favorite season of the year because we get to choose who has been the most ridiculous, idiotic, moronic, anti-vegan and anti-animal Numquat of the year. And to do so, I'm enlisting you, yes you, random citizen, to help me decide who deserves such an award in this 2024. You decide with me, so help me out. Now, the list of preliminary candidates, I already came up with it and I've already seen some feedback on it, and I'll explain. I'm gonna put the list on screen. I guess you should be seeing it by now, which means I'm talking to the camera and making faces, but you can't see me. And you can't see the finger I'm holding up. No. Alright, so alright, so the list, as you can see now, I did get some feedback on it, like for example, like Alex O'Connor is old news. Well, yes and no. I do want to give him the chance to defend his crown. I think he at least deserves the possibility, to maybe get a second title in a row. That would be historical, right? And let's see what the audience thinks, if he deserves it or not. But the thing is, why am I nominating him, for example? It's because this year, after his debacle of the the community post, everything he did, he continues with his anti-vegan nonsense. That's why I'm nominating him. He appeared on the Trigger Number 3 podcast spewing more anti-vegan nonsense, and then he did the same on one of his live streams where he was celebrating 750,000 subscribers. So imagine this, he's got 750,000 subscribers. He probably has way more than that now. But at the moment of that video, and to all of them, he's saying all of this anti-vegan and anti-animal stuff. So that's extremely dangerous and idiotic on his part. He could have just said, you know what, I'm not gonna even talk about veganism anymore. That would have been way better than what he did. So I'm nominating him again because of it. Another feedback that I get about, for example, Joaquin Phoenix or Moby, that they do more harm than good. And I mean, yes, let's say we're going to, the thing is, I don't count things like that, like, to me it doesn't matter how good you've been. When you do something like this, like Joaquin Phoenix riding a horse, or Moby speaking about happy bees, it's like, no dude, there's no happy bees, they're slaves. So what are you talking about? And saying something like, oh well, there's more extreme militant vegans and whatnot. And to me that was kind of a, like a step back. It's just, what the heck, Moby? But so remember, the eligibility criteria for this thing is who has said or done something anti-vegan and or anti-animal within the past year or so. That's the criteria here. So he qualifies, in my view. If you don't like that nomination, well, don't vote for him. This is just my preliminary list. This is not definitive or anything like that. This is just me coming up with names. And Joaquin Phoenix, well, the same thing. It's like, I mean, riding a horse for a movie, I'm not gonna let that slide away. I'm nominating him because of that. Now, again, if you don't want to vote for him, then don't do it. And that's it. Like, the public will decide, if these are actually the deserving candidates or not. Now, I did get someone else to say something about vegan gains, for example. Now, I do want to nominate him for all of that. I didn't know about the boars, if he's eating boars. But here's the thing, right? If I start nominating all of the so-called vegans or the self-proclaimed vegans of the YouTubes and the interwebs, the list will be endless. Like there's a bunch of Numquats in that category, so maybe that could be a separate category. I'm not sure, but the thing is, if I do something like that, there's way too many of them, and then they tend to have a very passionate and dedicated fan base. And by dedicated and passionate, I really mean pitchfork and torch wielding villagers who will come here to heckle me, troll me, and all that. So I don't want that kind of trouble. But like I've been saying, it's you, the audience, who will decide this. So if you want to nominate Vegan Games for his stance against bivalves and lions, and for eating boars and saying something about consent training horses, then let's include him on the list. We'll put him there, and the audience will decide. And that's why I'm talking to you with this video. I want to know your opinion. Give me more names. Give me. It doesn't have to be someone famous or anything. I included this religious guy, overly religious guy from a Tash Peterson video. Now I did get some answer on that about Tash probably not being the best or this or that, but we're not judging her. We're judging the Numquat, the anti-vegan guy. He's basically the stand-in or the representative for all the God though, Bible though, religious nutcases. That's why I'm nominating him. If you have any other religious nutjob that you think is more deserving or equally ridiculous, send it my way. It might be on video or some comment or whatever. Remember, the nominees don't even have to be famous people or anything like that. They could be someone like a troll from a comment section on some video. It doesn't matter. It can be your cousin Reggie. Just let me know what Reggie said or did, or it could be your father-in-law. It could be whatever, I need something that they have said or done in the past year or so to nominate them. That's it. That's all the criteria here. So now, John Mountain, that was another one that I got a new name to add, but I'm not considering him because he hasn't done anything this year. Like what his drama was all for last year, so he hasn't done anything new or interesting in the past year that I know of. So he's kind of, now he is old news. He is forgotten in time, I don't know, maybe. Another nomination that I'm now considering is that lady from that restaurant, Sage, that restaurant in Los Angeles, who changed from vegan to animal exploitation restaurant. Yeah, maybe she could be another nomination. But like I've been saying, you tell me. Give me names. We're coming up with names at this stage. We're not voting for anyone. We're not deciding who's the Numquat. We're just coming up with as many names as possible to get the nominations ready. The voting process actually starts November 1st. So there's plenty of time to decide. There can even be a new Numquat who arrives out of nowhere and sweeps the competition. We don't know. There's still time, so the year's not over. So you tell me, what do you think about this list, and who else could be the nomination for the Numquat? There you go. That's the video for today. So let's get this Numquat nomination rolling. And another thing, yes, if you want to participate in the ceremony, the video of the ceremony, the award and everything, in some capacity, let me know, either in the comments or send me an email or DM me on Instagram, and we'll talk and we'll see what we can do for the Numquat video. That's gonna be awesome. If you want to participate on that, let me know. Remember, stop using animals and go vegan already.
Rah, 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 rah. I'm a lion.